Okay, I don't know what that is, but I touched it. Do we touch each one? Alright, I'll touch these things. I don't know what they are. Why would you touch them though? I don't even know what they are, but we're fixing the machine. Somehow. There, we touched all four.
I have you now, creature. I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop him! Kill him!
It is over. It is time to end this madness.
Okay, are we gonna kill the cyborg pig? Is that what we're doing? I don't know. I think we're gonna kill the cyborg pig. Let me just find my way back down. Everything's shaking, so I can't see what's going on. Let me find my way back down. I think, I don't know, it sounds like Mendes is really angry at the cyborg pig, but I don't feel like the pig doesn't really, you know, it's not really his fault that he's a cyborg pig, I don't think. I don't know what I'm doing. Can I get to the center? Oh, here it is. Okay.
God help me. I am lost in the dry paper soul of the world.
Enoch, Edwin, Oswald, and I. Who's Oswald? Is Oswald my the crazy me?
Madness, listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world. I am your friend.
We are inside a dark place. So was that like some sort of portal device? Some sort of quantum entanglement device? Or something? Anyway, we're here. Who knows what? Oh, there's a person inside. Interesting. Is that? That might be me. Either that's my wife or that's me. It appears to be a dead person, or a person kept alive who should be dead. I think that's what this is. Can't really see clearly in there. Alright, fascinating. Ah, this game. You just get transported back and forth and you don't really know what's going on. We're also walking really slowly.
Mandas, please, I am no more evil than you.
Huh.
We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives.
That's what I'm afraid
Mandas,
of.
stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandas.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandas. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel, on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
No, but that's the problem. Like, if you are no more evil than I, then you are pretty evil. Because, you know, that's what we're doing, right? We are killing people. We are unleashing the apocalypse. I think we're gonna kill ourselves now. I think that's how the story goes. Not sure what that is. I think we're supposed to ride the conveyor belt, but I'm just kind of coming up here so I can go slowly. There's a pig. awesome. I don't know what that machine is. Like, what is that? Who knows? Who even knows? Okay, let's go down to the conveyor belt. What a slow walk. We are slow walking. Dramatic music. Really dramatic slow doors. And aperture science. We're gonna fight GLaDOS. Oh wait, this is the
I have
pyramid.
stood knee-deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into pain. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Manders trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Manders. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
So, to prevent that, we'll do it first. Is that the logic? That's the logic. To prevent that, we will do it for them. Oh look, where are we now? Where are we now? Children things?
Please, Manders, no. For your children.
Wait a minute. We are turning ourselves into one of the pig people, is that it? Yes. Why though? Why on earth would you... Why would you do that? Why'd you do that? Is that a button or I press the button? Okay, but why would you need to do that, even? Flashing white lights. White screen, black screen. White screen, black screen. And then music as though we should be sad for someone, but a crazy person killed himself. I don't understand who would be sad. Right? So, a crazy mass murderer killed himself. And we should be sad?
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. A church bell ringing out, and in that moment, the new century was born.
So is this not the real London? Is this like a copy of a London street where we are housing the poor people and they don't realize that they've been enslaved? Okay, okay. I still, I still don't know what the point of the game is. Like, okay, you told a story. A crazy person finds an orb, sees the future, chooses to instead bring about the apocalypse himself, and then decides that he was wrong, sets on a really elaborate quest to destroy what he had made himself, and then kills himself. So, am I supposed to be moved? I'm just trying. I'm trying to decide if I'm supposed to be moved by the story, or if there's some sort of, meaningful revelation of some sort, and I can't think of any. There isn't. There isn't, because a crazy mass murderer killed himself. Who cares? In a way, look, if you are the kind of person who, for some reason, believes that this world is irredeemable, then maybe this story is trying to tell you that your belief that the world is irredeemable is in fact making you a monster. Right? If you are like Mandus, and you see all the bad things in this world, and you live your life with the belief that the world is irredeemable, then what the story is trying to tell you is that that belief is what is making you act out all the bad things in the world. And that's the logic fallacy of being a pessimist, in the sense that, in believing that the world is irredeemable, you set out to destroy the world, and you are the one who is actually making the world a bad place. And in a way, that's kind of meaningful, but it's only possibly meaningful to somebody who is that person. And I think most people are not Mandus. I don't know if you are Mandus, or if you kind of believe that the world is irredeemable, or that it's better to destroy everything. I think most people don't actually think that the world is like that. Like, this story is, I don't know, is this enough? But even if that's the story, even if the moral, if we can say that, if the point of the story is that the world, like, don't believe that, but still you end up killing yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you still end up not doing any good in the world, unless you say, well, killing yourself is doing good in the world. It's not really. I mean, you just kind of, all right, you kill yourself. Doesn't really add anything to the world. Doesn't actually make anyone better or anything. So even if that's the point of the story, it's still a pretty unproductive outcome, that the mass murderer kills himself and that's it. And I don't know if you're meant to feel pity for a mass murderer. If you do, then maybe you should reconsider, because he's a mass murderer, so why are you feeling pity for him? Anyway, the end. Are we done? Escape? Can I escape? Alright. I mean, the story is just... It's just not... It's not compelling. Like, you don't feel for Mandus. The thing about the first Amnesia game, A Dark Descent... I don't... Okay, spoiler alert. If you haven't played it, you should play it first. But in that story, Daniel... Like, he was tricked. I mean, he found the orb, and then people started dying, so there were a few things. He was afraid for his life, and then he was tricked by the guy in Brandenburg into doing terrible things, and he thought he was saving himself, and so he was driven by fear to do terrible things, and he was lied to. And so, and he wasn't kind of thinking that clearly. And so But you know, it's like you can feel bad for Daniel. You can feel pity for Daniel because even though he ended up doing terrible things to people, like he was driven by fear and he was lied to, like he was manipulated by the count, I think, the Count of Brandenburg. So you can feel pity for Daniel because it wasn't entirely his fault. I mean, he didn't stop himself from doing those terrible things, but it wasn't really his fault. Here, Mandus, it is Mandus's fault. You know, he's insane, but it's all him. Like no one tricked him into it. He did it himself. So you can't feel sorry for him. It's entirely his fault. Whereas with Daniel, it wasn't entirely his fault. Although you know when he's painting the lines and cutting the man, that's a bit you should stop before you do that. But you know he was tricked into it. So it's really difficult to feel any sort of pity for Mandus or to feel any connection with him as a sane person because he is insane and nothing he did made sense. Anyway, I'll stop talking there, and I'll see you guys in future videos. And if you want to say anything about this in the comments, feel free to do so. I'm always happy to discuss. And I'm interested, I'm interested to kind of analyze the story and then how you guys feel about the character and the story and what they're presenting to you. And the cyborg pig, what on earth was that about? Alright, I'll see you guys.